It's February 13th, 2013, and I haven't slept for almost 24 hours. My original flight to La Paz was canceled due to a heavy snowstorm that wiped out my hometown of Washington, D.C. After hours of searching for flights, I was lucky enough to find another airline that was connecting La Paz through Lima, Peru. The lines of people at the airport trying to fly out only made me more anxious to get out of D.C. I couldn't wait to get to South America. I had been waiting to go on this journey for months. That's all I thought about. And after 3 months of planning, hours of research on how to get this project done, I was finally on the plane and on my way to Bolivia. After hours of travel, I landed in Nuestra Señora de La Paz, commonly known as La Paz. This city is Bolivia's third populous city, an area of 180 square miles, and is also one of the highest elevated cities in the world, sitting on top of 12,000 feet above sea level. La Paz sits in a bowl surrounded by high mountains of altiplano. As it grew, the city climbed the hills, resulting in varying height elevations. It is full of history, culture, and life. I decided to ignore everything I had heard about Bolivia and was excited to discover this beautiful country with my own eyes.
So where we are right now is one of the center street market of La Paz, where you see a lot of local vendors bring their own products and try to sell them to the local community here. As you can see, it's a lot of scrap metals that these vendors are making their stores out of. But from what I heard, they have some of the best food, some of the best snacks that you can find in the city. So I was very interested to check this place out, and so follow me and we're going to go take you right in the center of the city market. So we are right now in the center city of La Paz, some of the markets right here. We see a lot of different kinds of meats being actually grilled and offered to the folks right here. And you can see there's a lot of people right now. There's usually on the weekends you have people from all over the city coming in to play games, to buy clothes, to try food, and mostly families and just people gather here and try to make the best out of what they have here right here on the market. It's a very, very busy area of the city, and this is probably one of my favorite spots because you can smell all the food and everything is being cooked. So it's fantastic. There's a couple of stores right there that I want to give it a try. From what I see, it looks like they have really good food, so let's give it a shot.
Vamos a ver si hay las hamburguesas.
Hola.
¿Para aquí?
Para aquí, está bien. Sí, sí, sí. So what you see, this is right now is hearts. What they do is they skewer it and they grill it, and it's pre-marinated, and they serve it to you with some of the yellow potatoes right here. And what it is, they actually butter it up, and so what you see right now, it's being grilled right in front of you, and smells delicious. Por favor. Está bien, gracias. ¿Tú te quieres usar algo? Gracias. So what you see right now, this is the heart muscles, and you see some potatoes that has a little bit of ají sauce on it, which kind of makes it, give it a spicy sense to it. But let's give this a shot, see how this is. There you go. So tender, so juicy. It just literally melts in your mouth. Unbelievable. Next up is chorizo. I wanted to, from what I see, this looks probably the best chorizo that I've seen so far. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. Por favor, dame un chorizo, una pan. That's it. And as you can see, they grill it with a lot of bread, vegetable, tomatoes. They offer these with each bite. So that way you have a little bit of variety. Por favor, un poquito de tomato. And from my own experience, some of these vendors are the best. They have some of the best food in La Paz. I mean, we tried some of the good restaurants here, but I think this is some of the best food. Yeah. Here we are, we're trying the chorizo sandwich right here. As you can see, it's filled with a bunch of vegetables, pickled veggies, and it looks really good. So let's take a bite, see how it is. Pretty good, but pretty messy.
Nothing beats that flavor, huh?
No, nothing. It's flavorful, it's crispy, crunchy, you can taste the meat.
Juicy.
It's juicy, smoky, you got all of that just in one bite. It's absolutely phenomenal. So what we're looking at right now, these are breaded buddies, I guess, rabbits. And what they do, they bread it and they actually fry it. And I haven't really tried one, but it kind of looks good, and I'm going to give it a shot, see what it's like. Alright, so we ordered a fried rabbit. What it is they actually clean out the rabbit, they gut it, and then they batter it with flour, and they fry it, they deep fry it. And it comes on a bed of rice, potatoes, and it looks like from here there's some sort of a onion and turmeric sauce. So let's give this a shot, see what it tastes like. The meat is very, very easy to cut. And you can see there's like a flap of skin that's on top of it. But I kind of want to taste the meat first because I've had rabbit before, but usually they were braised, they were not fried. So let's give this a shot. Surprisingly enough, it's not gamey. And if you didn't know any better, and if you had a little chunky, it would probably taste a lot like a very, very good tender chicken. But it's very tasty, and the crispiness outside the rabbit just provides this awesome texture, and it's just very, very flavorful. And as you can see, they have like onions and tomatoes right on top with the rice and the potatoes.
So what we have here is basically two types of corn, yellow, purple, and these are called api and tahori. And what is put in this after the corn is mashed down. As you can see, this has texture and this is granulated down all the way. They both come with lime and canela, which is cinnamon. What we have over here are buñuelos, pastels, excuse me, and they're filled with cheese on the inside. They're just made fresh, and they're fried, and basically yummy, yummy empanadas for breakfast.
So this is a breakfast item, right?
Breakfast, traditional breakfast.
Awesome, great. Let's try it out.
Salud. This is your outdoor arcade.
Okay, yeah, your outdoor arcade. What's so fascinating about this place is that you have a bazaar that's just pretty much made out of old metals, plastics, pretty much recycled items to build these little tiny stores that goes really into a strip down about 1 kilometer. And we have anywhere between food to cell phone accessories to jewelry to just about anything you want. And it's just so amazing. It's unbelievable. Alright, so Lorenzo and I are getting ready to go to Copacabana, which is one of the islands that's on Lake Titicaca. So this is the mean of transportation that we're actually taking. The bus is about 3.5 hour ride. So tune back in a little while, show you the beautiful Lake Titicaca. Just arrived in Lake Titicaca. We're about to take over a ferry over to Copacabana, which is one of the islands, and it's absolutely gorgeous out here. Wow! And that's our bus that's on a ferry being crossed over to the lake. Nice. We are here right on the water at Copacabana, and you'll see a whole strip of these tiny eateries that offer trucha, which is one of the main fish here. It's phenomenal menu, and trucha is the local fish here prepared for us, and she's giving you either. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so Lorenzo, what are we having here?
So chiro is basically vegetable soup.
Okay.
And the nice thing about it is it's made with chuño, which is a very rich potato. It has a lot of good vitamins, and then you have your basic tendons and beef going on here. But it's in here. It's a very they use also the powdered corn starch, I guess, natural corn starch to get it this thick.
So here I am going to try this soup. Wow, that is amazing. You know that you can taste the homemade flavors just about every bite. Fantastic.
What flavor sticks out the most?
The corn. And there's something about the corn here. It's just so good. I mean, they use it just about everything, right? Soup, bread, their stews, dishes. It's really good. I mean, but the one thing that really stands out here too is the type of meat they use, and they tend to put a little bit of fat just about every bite, which is really good because it adds a lot of flavor to the soup. And I really like the way they do things here. Again, it's very homey, very, very cozy, comforting kind of feel, especially for the cool air of Lake Titicaca, because in the morning it tends to get really, really cold, and that's why you probably see me wearing a jacket, scarf, and all that, because it's really cold out here in the morning. So this is trucha, which is the local fish here, and this particular one is pan-seared and comes on a bed of lettuce, tomatoes, and rice, which is really, really, really yummy. And Lorenzo just started taking a bite into it, and it's just absolutely amazing. But yeah, you just that's the one fish you're gonna find mostly sold, in this area. So.
As we are crossing the Lake of Titicaca, I immediately noticed the beauty of this place. I mean, it's really beautiful, surrounded by mountains, deep blue waters, and the locals.
I guess this is where we can find out how we can get to the Sunny Island, right? Is this one of the tour guides? So Lorenzo, where are we heading now?
Isla del Sol,
Okay, and
one of the islands in the middle of Lake Titicaca.
Okay, what does Isla del Sol mean?
Island of the Sun.
Okay, excellent.
So we're going to get a nice tan.
And we're gonna get on the boat, go across the lake.
We're going to get on the boat. I think it's an hour and a half.
Okay.
Hour and 20-minute ride.
Awesome. And the boats are all docked right down there. Yeah, I know. All right, so where we are right now is called the Island of the Sun, which is one of the islands that's located in Lake Titicaca, which is the highest elevated lake in the world, also the biggest lake in the world. As you see to my right, that's where we came from that direction, the town of Copacabana, which usually approximately about anywhere between 300 to 500 people actually travel from there to come here and stay here. Lorenzo and I got a hotel which is literally standing on one point that has views from both angles of the island. Right behind me is what you see is where we came from with all the boats and everything, the mountains. And if you look towards that direction, it's where you see the other side of the island. It's absolutely beautiful. So stay tuned. Let's see what this island has to offer. It's absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Mi paraíso. This is the town that's located on the Island of the Sun. As you can see, it's a very small town, but very touristy. So right now, Lorenzo and I are actually walking right through one of these residential alleys that's in Island of the Sun. This is a very, very poor town, completely self-sufficient, but very, very poor. As you can see, a lot of these buildings are not even completely developed yet. What you see is in the bottom of those buildings, they're built and then they just left the upstairs or the second level empty, because to them, they don't need it. They just need a roof over their head, and that's all that matters. But it's a quality life that here, it's beautiful. So after searching the island, we came across this restaurant. From what we hear, it's a very big restaurant that serves really good soups. So Lorenzo and I have decided to give this place a shot. See what this is all about. So we are trying another trucha, but this is lemon pan-seared with rice and potatoes. And it's a very nice looking meal with a view like this. Lorenzo and I, we just walked across the border from Bolivia into Peru.
That's right.
Literally all you have to do is walk over the border.
Yeah,
that's the border. And this is the sunset that you see. And it's unbelievable. This is the most beautiful view you can possibly get anywhere. Wow.
Very serene, very peaceful.
Serenity all the way, all the way.
And here we go, we're walking down to these buses over here, and that's immigration, Peru side.
After a beautiful stay at Lake Titicaca, it was time to head to Machu Picchu. On the way, I found myself glued to the landscape surrounded by snow-topped mountains. It was a view defined by miles of natural existence. The rush I feel as we approach one of the 7 wonders of the world is almost indescribable. It's surreal.
As you can see, we just got to the Machu Picchu right now, and we're in the bottom of the mountain, and it's absolutely beautiful. We're about to take a train to take us up to the mountain to check out the historic site. This is the train station. And as you can see, people are waiting to get their tickets to go up the mountain.
While waiting for our train to Machu Picchu, I came across these gigantic steamed corn served with a slice of local cheese known as choclo de queso. It was a wonderful delight before our ride up to the mountains.
Take us to Machu Picchu. How you feeling, Lorenzo?
Feeling positive about this trip so far.
Yeah, me too.
Everything's worked out.
So we are taking a train up to Machu Picchu, and as you can see, this is a pretty cool train. You can actually see through the ceilings, through the windows right here, so you can have a good view of the mountains. So this is going to be a very, very beautiful ride.
Riding the train to Machu Picchu added more landscapes, more mountains, and more heavenly sights to our trip. As we ride up, I see nothing but beauty of an ancient civilization and unforgettable utopia. I could not look away.
So we just arrived, huh?
Yes, sir. We're here at the train station.
So how do we get up the mountain? Are we supposed to be on a train or what?
We take a bus.
A bus?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Upon arrival at the bottom of Machu Picchu, you notice many restaurants, cafes, and hotels catering to visitors of this historic site. Crowded by people from all over the world, you hear all types of languages spoken here.
This mountain is called Machu Picchu, which means old mountain.
So this is the actual Machu Picchu mountain right there, right?
Yeah,
and that's the highest point, correct?
On the top,
Yeah.
there are many people.
Yeah, I see that, yeah. Wow.
We can see.
Yeah.
Over there is the landslide.
Right there.
Over there. Landslide.
The landslide, correct, there, yeah. And how many tourists visit Machu Picchu a year, do you know?
For day, is it 2,000 or 3,000, no? For day.
Wow, per day, 2,000 per day. That's amazing. This is an unbelievable view. And just to think that civilization lived here hundreds of years ago is just astounding. And we are walking through the old stones where people lived 100 years ago. Next tour. So from what I hear, Machu Picchu was founded in 1911 by Hiram Bingham. And when he found this, he found 3 families that were living here, residing here. And from then, with the help of the family, he actually started building this area. And as you can see, when he arrived here, he realized there was a bunch of these dwellings that were made from stones from hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And it's just astounding how people have managed to live up here with this high climate and high altitude, because I tell you, just walking up here, it's really, really hard. You know, it's hard to breathe. But it's absolutely worth every breath, worth every second. It's going to be hard to leave from here. Say it again. So you have 2 sections over here, right?
Yeah, what you see over on top is the residential section.
Yeah.
And down here is another residential section. There was no difference in class or anything. That's just the way the town was divided.
Se llama la Puerta del Sol. Ese es el ingreso a la ciudad. Por ahí venían los incas de Cusco.
Ese es el ingreso de esta ciudad.
Sí.
So up there, where the trail is,
Yeah.
if you follow the trail right where the mountain bends, right where you're zooming in,
Yeah.
that's the Puerta del Sol, door of the sun. That's where the Incas used to come in to
Wow.
the city.
It's the last section of the Inca tribe.
This section right there?
They have 4 days and 3 nights.
Wow.
It's another tribe, man. Comes from the Yangon.
Yeah, I see that trail. It comes all the way from the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pero bien para mirar dónde vienen tus enemigos.
Claro. Es una zona estratégica.
It's amazing how close we are to the clouds.
If you look down here,
Oh, there's little,
yeah, and all that water comes from the mountain spring.
so you said there's about 16 of them here?
Yeah, there's 16. Wow. That's how sophisticated they were with it.
Back then, it's amazing.
Sabían cómo
Tenían
calcular.
2 estaciones.
Así es. Tenemos 2 estaciones. Y solo eso. Pero a través de esas constelaciones ellos marcaban otro tipo de fechas. Eso para hacer rituales. Por ejemplo, la fertilidad que les decía. Ese hacía solamente en el tiempo de septiembre. Y en septiembre...
After spending a few days in Peru, we were back in La Paz. The love I had grown for this city was unexplainable. I had to say my goodbyes to South America, and I couldn't think of any better place to do that than here.
Welcome to La Paz. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning, right before my departure back to DC. I wanted to come and show you folks this part of the city, which is the highest elevated point of La Paz. As you can see behind me, you can't really have a whole view of the city because it's completely covered by clouds. I mean, we are completely leveled with the clouds here, so therefore majority of the view is actually covered, so you can't see it. But if you look to the left right there, you'll see all the residential areas, how it actually goes all the way from the top of the mountain all the way to the bottom, and it's truly a breathtaking view. And I just thought this would be something that I would want to show my audience. As you can see, it's very, very elevated, and right now you have two large clouds that are actually covering the whole entire city, so therefore you can't really see the view that you normally have from this point of the city. I'm just so mesmerized by this place. You know, I built a lot of good memories with Lorenzo and his father, and it's really sad for me to leave right now because this city really moved my soul. From the people, from the food, from the culture, from the music, from the art, which you will see throughout this documentary, and it's just absolutely, I'm just speechless, and I can't wait for the next time to come back. Lorenzo, I have been honored to have this here, and thank you so much for showing me around, buddy.
It's been my pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much. This is absolutely beautiful, and it really touched my soul, you know?
Well, you've been more than an honored guest. You're like a welcome family member.
Yeah, thank you. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Looking forward to do more work here. I will do a lot of work here. I can see myself 10, 15 years down the line owning a restaurant here, right here in downtown La Paz. Thank you for watching.